Tav X Hebrews, purity and becoming one. Hope all is well with everybody out there today. No, we usually don't go live on Sundays. Today is going to be a very short live stream, probably one of the shortest that you've seen on this channel. I'm your brother, Mr. Real Talk, and this is your go-to YouTube channel for brotherhood, sisterhood, and an attempt at righteousness. Give me 1 second, fam. Hope all is well with y'all out there. Again, as I said, this is going to be one of the shorter live streams. We didn't go live yesterday because I had so much going on. It was a very, very long day yesterday. Been a very long week. That's what happens when you are wrapped up in the 9-to-5 Babylonian system that requires you to trade your time for money. That's something that, by the grace of the Most High God, I will be able to get myself out of that, because it's completely draining. Spending the majority of your living moments at a Babylonian plantation is something that I do not enjoy, something that I don't want to do. But you know, in this world that we live in, we are constantly forced to do things that we might not want to do, but you're going to do them if you want to survive. In this world that we live in, it's all about survival, Hebrews. And although it may be painful, the biggest part that I see that we need for survival, we got to turn to the Most High God and Him alone. No helpers, no sidekicks, no other deities or entities are going to get you out of the predicament that you are in. The only way out is to turn to the God of the Old Testament, whose name is Yahweh. Some people call him Yahuwah. Some people call him Yah. Some people call him the Almighty God. Some people call him the Most High God. And the reason why I roll out all those adjectives that describe him is so that everybody who comes to this video or this channel will know exactly who we're talking about. We don't care about any other deities around here, even though the majority of people on planet Earth, they follow other gods, they follow other deities. They are concerned with appeasing these deities, mainly JC. Some people deal with Buddha, Allah, but most people on this planet Earth, they have an undying loyalty to the demon named Christ. Even though Christ's main objective is to get you to break the Most High's laws. And you know what? It's real funny how a lot of people can call us wicked, call me wicked, call you wicked. But we are not out there telling people to break the Most High's laws. But JC did. Yeshua did. Yeshua HaMashiach, as y'all like to call him. Bahashim Yahawashi. And he didn't hide it either. He openly tells people to break the Most High's commandments. And he doesn't hide what he's doing. But people love him and cherish him. Me and my brothers and sisters come on here and try to tell people the truth, and they hate our guts for it. Go figure. Y'all know we always give it just a few minutes to see if any brews gonna come up in here. So far, we got one brother up in here, JR Meadows. What's going on, JR Meadows? JR Meadows says 100. Always good to see you, fam. Y'all, We in the end days right now. We are in the end times. Nobody can give an exact date and say this month, this day, this year. Nobody knows any of that stuff. Anybody who's telling you that they know that, they're straight up lying. Which there are a lot of liars out there. This afternoon, we're going to do a little bit of reading. Like I said, this is going to be one of the shortest live streams that you probably will see on this channel. You're going to read the book of 2nd Baruch, chapter 22 to 25. And they're not big chapters, but it is very informative. So much that I want to share with my brothers and sisters what it says. What a time to be alive, family. And depending on how tomorrow goes, maybe we'll go live tomorrow. Or if I don't go live tomorrow, I definitely will be going live on Wednesday. I've told you, brothers and sisters, because of the insanity going on at my Babylonian plantation, we had to cut one of the weekly streams out. And that'll either be on, either we'll cut the Monday stream or we'll cut the Wednesday live stream. We're going to fluctuate back and forth depending on, what's going on that day. So right now, I'm not sure not if we will go live tomorrow or not. I won't know that until tomorrow. So if you do see me on here tomorrow going live, then you know we won't be going live on Wednesday. And if you don't see me on here going live tomorrow, you know that means we will be going live on Wednesday. Hope y'all understand what I'm talking about, fam. As some of you like to say, pushing these fraudulent books, the Most High's gonna get you, pushing these fraudulent books. I love it when I hear y'all say stuff like that, because it just lets me know that you are a Catholic. You're a Christian. And if the Pope says that the book is fraudulent, you say the same thing because you're following the Pope. But somehow you want to call me wicked because I don't listen to the Pope, but you do. But somehow that's going to be considered righteousness. Make that make sense, somebody. Pushing these fraudulent books, Most High gonna get you, pushing these fraudulent books, Check this out. The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14. Verse 45 to 47. Listen to this. For you don't read this, guys. 2nd Ezra chapter 14, verse 45 to 47. The first that you have written, publish openly, and let the worthy and the unworthy read it. Verse 46. But keep the 70 last. Means there's 70 more books, 70. Whether that's a literal 70 or a figure of speech, letting you know that there are more books. But keep the 70 last, that you may deliver them to such as are wise among your people. For in them is the spring of understanding, the fountain of wisdom, and the stream of knowledge. And I did so. So for all of you so-called people who say I'm pushing fraudulent books, explain that. And Ezra is a prophet of the Most High God. Explain that if you dare. But just like many of you, when you don't have answers, what do? You run out the back door. That's what y'all like to do. Means nothing to me, because I'm going to search for the Most High, from high to low, from bottom to top. I'm a search. But that's what we're supposed to do. The Most High hides himself as well as information. And you're not going to find it just looking in the places that your slave master told you it's okay. I don't give a damn what the slave master say I can read. I'm going to read whatever I need to read to find out the truth. Because I have the understanding that the Most High have separated knowledge. He has divided many of us based on what he wants us to do and where he has us at. It's different levels of knowledge, and not everything is for everybody. The book of Second Baruch. Told y'all I'm not going to keep y'all long this afternoon. The book of Second Baruch, chapter 22 through 25. The book of Second Baruch, chapter 22, and it reads, and it came to pass after these things, that behold, the heavens were open, and I saw, and power was given to me, and a voice was heard from on high, and it said to me, Baruch, Baruch, why are you troubled? He who travels by a road but does not complete it, or who departs by sea but does not arrive at the port, can he be comforted? Or he who promises to give a present to another, but he does not fulfill it, is it not robbery? Or he who sows the earth, but does not reap its fruit in its season, does he not lose everything? Or he who plants a plant, unless it grows until the time suitable to it, does he who planted it expect to receive fruit from it? Or a woman who has conceived, if she brings forth untimely, does she not assuredly slay her infant? Or he who builds a house, if he does not roof it and complete it, can it be called a house? Tell me that first. Chapter 23. And I answered and said, not so, O Yahweh, my Lord. And he answered and said to me, why are you therefore troubled about that which you do not know? And why are you ill at ease about things in which you are ignorant? For as you have not forgotten the people who now are, and those who have passed away, so I remember those who are appointed to come. Because when Adam sinned and death was decreed amongst those who should be born, then the multitude of those who should be born was numbered. And for that number, a place was prepared where the living might dwell and the dead might be guarded. Therefore, before the number previously mentioned is fulfilled, the creature will not live again. For my spirit is the creator of life, and Sheol will receive the dead. And again, it is given to you to hear what things are to come after these times. For my redemption has truly drawn near, and is not far distant as before. The Most High is comforting Baruch and letting him know there's a time and a place for everything, and the time for the salvation of the Israelites is not as far as it was before. Verse 24. Chapter 24. For behold, the days come, and the scrolls will be opened, in which are written the sins of all those who have sinned. And again, also the treasures in which the righteousness of all those who have been righteous in creation is gathered. For it will come to pass at that time that you will see, and the many that are with you the long suffering of the Most High, which has been throughout all generations, who has been long suffering toward all who are born, both those who sin and those who are righteous. And I answered and said, but behold, O Yahweh, no one knows the number. No one knows the number. No one knows the number of those things which have passed, nor yet of those things which are to come. For I indeed know that which has befallen us, but I do not know what will happen to our enemies, and when you will visit your works. Chapter 25. And he answered and said to me, you too will be preserved until that time, until that sign which the Most High will work for the inhabitants of the earth in the end of days. This will therefore be the sign, when a stupor will seize the inhabitants of the earth, and they will fall into many tribulations. And again, when they will fall into great torments, and it will come to pass, when they say in their thoughts, by reason of their much tribulation, the mighty one no longer remembers the earth. Yes, it will come to pass, when they abandon hope, that the time will then awake. Now, I don't know about y'all, family, but I can sense and I can feel that the majority of people on planet Earth have abandoned hope. How much longer do you guys and gals think that we have out here before the Most High visits his works? We're going to read one more chapter, y'all. Chapter 26, and then I'm going to let you go. Chapter 26 of the book of 2nd Baruch. And I answered and said, will that tribulation which is to come continue for a long time? And will that necessarily comprise many years? And he answered and said to me, that time is divided into 12 parts, and each one of them is reserved for that which is appointed for it. In the first part, there will be the beginning of commotions. And in the second part, there will be slayings of the great ones. And in the third part, the fall of many by death. And in the fourth part, the sending of the sword. And in the fifth part, famine and the withholding of rain. And in the sixth part, earthquakes and terrors. And the seventh part, ... Y'all know I hate it when they do this ... BS, because they are intentionally hiding the words of prophecy, y'all. They don't want us to know what's going to happen in that seventh part. And in the eighth part, a multitude of specters and attacks of the Shadim. And that's SHEDIM. I don't know what the word Shadim means, but I'm definitely going to go look that up. And in the eighth part, a multitude of specters and attacks of the Shadim. I'm going to have to go look that up. And in the ninth part, the fall of fire. And in the 10th part, plunder and much oppression. And in the 11th part, wickedness and unchastity. And in the 12th part, confusion from the mingling together of all those things previously mentioned. For these parts of that time are reserved and will be mingled with one another and minister to one another. For some will leave out some of their own and receive in its stead from others, and some complete their own and that of others, so that those may not understand who are on the earth in those days that this is the consummation of the times. You hear what that's saying? These 12 things, these that are divided into 12 parts, is going to take place in such a way, what it say? That those may not understand who are on the earth in those days, that this is the consummation of the times. These 12 things in these 12 parts that are going to take place is going to happen in such a way that the people on planet Earth, they're not going to realize that this is the consummation of the times, that this is the end of days, the end of times. They're not going to see it. Hopefully somebody out there who just listened to this or who's reading this, hopefully the Most High will open your eyes so that you will understand what we just read, what times we are living in. We're in the end of times. Believe it or not, you're in the consummation of times right now. Believe it or not, Hebrews. I told you this was going to be one of the shortest live streams that you ever did see. I'm your brother, Mr. Real Talk, and this is your go-to YouTube channel for brotherhood, sisterhood, and an attempt at righteousness. I hope that somebody out there was edified by this reading. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I pray that the Most High shows you what times that we are living in, Hebrews. It's time for all of us to tighten up, fam. I'm out.